Your YouTube channel is failing because of loneliness? Now before you click off this video because you think I am crazy, let me explain. See, most YouTubers are already working on things like packaging and production and strategy. But the real thing that holds YouTubers back is a community to learn and grow with. But why is this even a problem? I mean, according to Demand Says, there's 115 million YouTube channels. Well, according to the Pew Research Center in another study, which was conducted among YouTubers with 250,000 subscribers or more, actually 10% of channels made 70% of the videos in a 1 week time frame. So even though there's a lot of channels statistics wise, there's not necessarily a lot of people uploading. So it can definitely be a lot harder to find community than these numbers really imply. Even further, a study by the University of Cincinnati showed that people who spent the most time on social media, which I mean social media is social media, so wouldn't you think that it reduces your chances for loneliness? Well actually no! People who spent the most time, guess what? They end up having a 38% higher chance of reporting loneliness. Now, this really applies to YouTubers because one of the best ways to learn more about YouTube is literally to watch it and actively watch it, take notes, and figure out how to apply something that one person does to your channel in a unique way. Well, the literal act that gives you the YouTube success can often lead to higher chances of loneliness. I think this is really a YouTube specific problem as well. Because, for example, on Instagram, they have built in DMs, which can sometimes even be a better way to contact someone than actually even sending them a text message. But on YouTube, there is no built in method of communication, other than comments, which I mean, sometimes maybe you'll have another creator comment on your video and it's cool, but that's not a meaningful social interaction. That's just a brief moment. So you might be thinking to yourself, I don't care and I did not ask. Well, there's actually a real problem with all of this loneliness. See, a longitudinal, which is like a long-term study by Brody et al., found that people who receive social and belonging aid actually report significantly greater career success and satisfaction. They also report psychological well-being increases and also community belonging and leadership gains. So overall, career growth really is aided by a strong community. Even modernly, groups like the Unstable SMP or Offline TV have really helped their members. Now, you could take a look at someone like Disguised Toast, who made solid content before joining Offline TV, when he was already experiencing great growth. But his career really skyrocketed once he joined Offline TV, and the content was still similar in quality. So I think that a lot of that, or at least part of it, had to be due to him having a community around him. Some people might argue this correlation is not causation. Like for instance, you could look at Theobald the Bird 3 years ago, who's a member of the Unstable SMP, which actually he joined my YouTube server 3 years ago, which is discord.gg/YouTubers, which actually is a great place for content creators to grow together and learn together. But when he joined that server, he had 2,000 subscribers. Now he has over 500,000 subscribers. Now, a lot of that could be due to the fact that he's gained traffic from Paradox2's Unstable SMP videos. But to be quite honest, his videos are way better than they used to be 3 years ago. And I think a lot of that is due to having the content group of the Unstable SMP. Even when you look at the contest that MrBeast held to get 1 million subscribers, the person who won, Zealous, now has over 4 million subscribers, which by all means is a massive YouTube channel and he's been super successful. But the person who did not win was Isaac Photo, and he now has a diamond play button and over 10 million subscribers. Now, it definitely is still possible to gain success without having a solid community of content creators around you. It's just that eventually you will suffer the consequences of loneliness. In a study, it was found that adults who had the highest levels of loneliness, and these were older adults, in comparison to those with the lowest levels of loneliness, had double the chances of dying within the next 6 years. This really just goes to show how important community is, and also just how important it is even just to survive. I mean, even for people who already do have a great sense of community, they're really not lonely, they have lots of friends, it can still be very difficult for them to find friends to actually do YouTubing, content creation, Twitch streaming, and all of those things. And like for those who have a bigger channel, a bigger fan base, it's even more difficult because you have so many people who just want to be your friend or quote unquote your friend because they want the clout or exposure associated with it. And while I was doing the research for this video, I even found multiple Reddit posts that were like, hey, I have a good community, but I still feel alone in this YouTube game. Just because the people I know, they just don't really understand YouTube. They don't understand the content creation grind. So all these statistics are cool, but I think the most important, the underlying issue here, is actually enjoying YouTube. See, for a lot of people, they could just get a normal job. They don't need to deal with the luck elements of YouTube, which sure, you can understand the algorithm, but there's still a little bit of luck involved. They don't have to deal with all the super late hours. They don't have to deal with thinking about YouTube constantly. Because, for me at least, it's a joy to do all those things. It's a joy to make YouTube videos. But if you don't enjoy it, it's way more work than any other normal job, and it's just not worth it. And I think it's really important to have that community for YouTube because things are just so much more enjoyable in community. After they lost their community, many YouTubers simply quit because they didn't enjoy doing YouTube anymore. I mean, take a look at like even Tommy Innit, for example. The people around him in the Dream SMP who did content around the Minecraft niche all quit or were canceled for whatever reason, and they all just kind of drifted apart. After that, Tommy Hits just kind of stopped making Minecraft videos and stopped really enjoying them. And also, YouTube is a very populated environment where, like, if you make a major mistake, if a major scandal, there's just always another channel for your viewers to watch. So having a community to kind of vet your decisions really does help to make sure you just don't have a bad day and have a major lapse in judgment. So in the end, community is essential to all content creators who want to be successful and enjoy their content journey now and 10 years from now. So I just presented to you a massive problem. But fortunately, I also have a massive solution. See, the Discord server I mentioned earlier, the YouTube Creator Cafe, is home to people like Theobald the Bird, No Text to Speech, and even Game Theory. But more importantly, it's also home to small and medium-sized creators. Within the community, there are places to learn more and grow together in things like thumbnails, editing, and analytics. But also, there's places to simply converse with other people who are trying to grow in YouTubing. The server is completely free to join and has over 70,000 members. The link is discord.gg/YouTubers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the YouTube Creator Cafe very soon. Peace!